Hello, this is Paul Mackey welcoming you back to the One Idjit's Thoughts on Podcast on Day 4 of the Dog Days of Podcasting Challenge 2024. I can't believe I did a whole episode about a merperson character without once referencing the real-life mermaid that I shared the Mondo feed with. I suppose that's a drawback of having these 90% written ahead of time. Well, as of this episode, I only have 3 written ahead, so if I catch up, that problem will be solved. I hope to hear what the chances of a safe return home would be for a real-life mermondo if he were trapped in a swimming pool in inland Oregon. If you're interested in finding out what Ms. Del Mar might say in reply, you may need to check out the Mondo feed for Dog Days of Podcasting at dogdaysofpodcasting.com. Well, yesterday after I recorded, we had a real gusher of a rainstorm that lasted just long enough to make grilling unlikely, foiling my plans. Maybe foil could have helped. Anyway, I was still able to saute the green beans, so we got some prepared deli food to go along with that. And I drove some rideshare as I tend to do Friday and Saturday nights pretty much all the time these days. Today should go better, other than it will be corn on the cob instead of green beans this time. Well, now I should transition with zero segue into Gravity Falls Season 1, Episode 16, Carpet Diem, originally aired April 5th, 2013. A brief summary. After one too many of Mabel's sleepovers, Dipper insists he needs his own room. Seuss conveniently stumbles upon one that apparently has been locked away since July of 1982. Inside it is an apparently experimental carpet. If someone scuffs their feet and zaps someone, it swaps their bodies. Dipper and Mabel accidentally discover this, and while they are swapped, each one attempts to sabotage the other's chances at Stan giving them the new room. Meanwhile, Seuss accidentally swaps bodies with Waddles. Dipper is subjected to a Mabel sleepover from the inside. Meanwhile, Mabel has to suffer through Stan's presentation of the birds and the bees. Meanwhile, Old Man McGucket wants to eat Waddles/Seuss, while Seuss Waddles inadvertently lures an attractive lady tourist into the woods. Eventually, against all logic, Mabel's efforts to exclude Dipper from consideration results in Stan giving the room to Dipper. There ensues a madcap sequence, where everyone, including Seuss, Waddles, Mabel, Dipper, Mabel's friends, and even Sheriff Blubbs and Deputy Durland, experiencing multiple rapid swaps. Dipper has Stan haul the carpet away after all is back to normal and settles into the new room. However, Dipper and Mabel have come to realize that they liked spending all this time together this summer, and wind up moving back to the attic together. Very cartoonish. As I've said a few times before, the show just gets more and more generally cartoonish. That's obviously a good thing. Is that okay? The show skirts the edge of going anatomical. I don't think I need to say more. And my favorite line...
Those cannibals are onto something. I taste delicious.
Probably better in context? Nah. Who is... Carl Farulo plays Mabel's sleepover friend Grenda. Carl was born in Milford, Connecticut in 1982. He's worked both as voice talent and behind-the-scenes talent in animation since 2006. He's performed in Fishhooks, Kick Buttowski, Sanjay and Craig, Pig, Goat, Banana, Cricket, Centaur World, and Oddballs, and has worked various positions from art department to producer, writer, and director on many of those same series. His most recent voice credit was in 2023 in an episode of Hamster and Gretel, and meanwhile he was involved behind the scenes of 2023's Netflix animated special, We Lost Our Human, as head of story and additional writing. So what worked? It's true the title made sense afterwards, but there was nothing in there saying body swap episode. I don't think I've discovered a body swap episode yet that I don't like. The episode also shows there are a few places this show won't go up against the bounds of Disney. I'm starting to wonder what level of attention the standards and practices is paying to the animation division, but I like the results. What didn't work? Ultimately, it's just a one-off episode, so far as I can tell. Things to ponder. Someone spent some time doing experiments in Gravity Falls. But are the experiments causing all the oddness of the town, or did the town's oddness affect the experiments? Next time is Gravity Falls, Season 1, Episode 17, Boys Crazy, with a Z on boys. This has got to be a Mabel-centric episode, right? Happy hunting! You've been listening to the One Idjit's Thoughts On podcast, produced by Paul Mackey in association with Nimlas Studios. Any short clips of audio from shows is included under fair use for commentary purposes, and copyright for that content remains with its original copyright holders. The theme song is Too Good by Jack Mangan and is used by his generous permission. One Idjit's Thoughts is produced under a Creative Commons Attribution, Non-Commercial, No Derivatives 4.0 International License. You can find more episodes of this podcast and many other fine podcasts at nimlas.org. You can contact me by emailing idjitcastpodcast@gmail.com or commenting on episodes at nimlas.org. So, just how does a pig propose marriage? Might be better if I don't know.